education in a small rural school in Llanghain Primary School with only about 30 pupils. Mae yna lot o drafodaethau, wrth gwrs, ar hyn o bryd ynglyn â dyfodol addysg a patrwm addysg yn y blynyddoedd sydd ddod. Wrth gwrs, lot o cynlluniau drefnu a cynlluniau radical iawn yn rhai o'r cymunedau gwledig. Ni wedi gweld sylwadau a cynlluniau gan Cyngor Ceredigion a Sir Gyfyrddin yn y misoedd diwetha. Lot wrth gwrs yn clusnodi ysgolion ar gyfer cael, neu dim byd amdano fe mewn blynydde. Lot o rhieni wedyn yn dewis pyd o danfon i plant wrth gwrs ar effaith enfawr mae hwnna'n cael ar y cymunedau. There's lots of talk, of course, lots of plans about changes to the school structure and education structure here in Wales. We've seen recently plans by local authorities, quite radical and far-reaching plans by Ceredigion, of course, and Carmarthenshire is proposals to change the way education is delivered there. And of course, the whole context of this all is the public expenditure. We know now the government, the shape and the colour of the government in Westminster and the cuts that they are going to impose here on the Welsh Assembly. Got to be political, sorry, at that point. But it's true, we're going to have massive cuts to the Assembly budget here, which of course will be a knock-on effect on local authorities' budgets and schools' budgets in particular. So it's a very timely report. And I'm not going to go on any further. I'd like to introduce Gareth Bickerton from Unlimited, the Awards Director for Wales, to say a few words before we move on to the report itself.
I think I'll take the approach of put my hand in my pocket when I speak behind me. It does a lot of good apparently. Thank you very much for inviting me to speak today. I just want to say a little bit about what Unlimited does and why we're particularly having keen to help undertake this work. 2 weeks ago, strange enough, I was in another fantastic venue at the Institute of Directors Conference in the Albert Hall. And amongst the ranks of senior business leaders in the UK, I heard a lot of fascinating talks, and I met some absolutely fantastic individuals outside the formal sessions. As I listened to the various speeches, one message became crystal clear to me. I mean, if you strip away the political posturing, the point scoring that was going on because apparently there was some sort of event the week after, there was one common thread for me. If we are to build a strong and vibrant Britain, what everyone was saying, we need to invest and encourage innovation and long-term vision. Of course, the nature of that event was very much along business lines. But it struck me that the talks could have equally been done given a social context. Unlimited is the foundation of social entrepreneurs. We are a UK-wide organisation and the largest supporter of social entrepreneurs in the world. That sounds pretty grand because we're only a small organisation. But we remain unique in the fact that we are the ones that put individuals at the heart of everything that we do. And we call these people social entrepreneurs. Now, here's the rub of it basically, and it's very simple. The people we support are passionate, committed, risk-taking. They're people with ideas. Very much business entrepreneurial characteristics, but they're driven not by financial gain, but because they want to make a difference to society. Social entrepreneurs, in our experience, are also quite challenging. They do not go with the flow. They see an issue in society and act on it. And to use that overused phrase, it's easier to ask for forgiveness and seek permission. And if I can use a couple of words within this report, which I am now going to use myself, the type of people we support do not take the default view. Does this approach work? Many people think we're actually a mad organisation. We give individuals cash in their bank account. We've just produced, and if anybody wants me, please I'll send you one on, the largest evaluation report of social entrepreneurs in the UK. And just to read out some of these figures, they're pretty impressive. 89% of our award winners are creating social change. The average award winner, for example, in enterprise fashion, actually creates 4 extra jobs. And we're talking very small amounts of funding targeted at the right people. And this work is driven by fundamental belief that social entrepreneurs can make more of a contribution to our future, and with the right support and environment, we can bring about serious social change. Okay, so where does that fit in with the work we have here? I've had the pleasure to deal with a number of individuals involved with Hub. With this initiative, like so many social entrepreneurs, they are often involved in many other activities as well. Passionate, committed, make a difference people. If you know the people involved, they certainly tick those boxes. Social entrepreneurs, too damn right they are. And it's particularly pleasing to see people that, in a way, Unlimited has supported individually, actually working together. If we believe that individuals can bring about social change, just think what those individuals can do working together. As far as the outcomes of this report is concerned, then I think we'll all agree this is just a start. Unlimited itself has no role in campaigning, and I as an organisation, will not comment on the particular issues raised from the report. However, we do have a fundamental role in allowing social entrepreneurs, social innovators, to question the current default view. So that as we go forward for the benefit of society, that it is done in a well thought out and holistic way. As somebody asked me where I'm from, as a proud values body, who despite my youthful looks, I have been involved in this sort of game for the last 20 years. It does frustrate me that we seem to know the cost of everything, the price of everything, but we don't seem to know the value of anything. I deal with individuals who look outside Wales for inspirational models: France, Canada, America, and increasingly the Scandinavian countries. Wales may not be the best stats for business startups, but we have a tremendous history of social entrepreneurship. We can take a great deal from learning from outside our boundaries, but I think from this report as well, when we learn such facts, perhaps we should not follow, but perhaps we should then take the lead. We have social innovators here in abundance in Wales, and I know this because my inbox and my phone's always going off. And we believe that we can bring about meaningful change by investing in them. So that's a spiel. I'm particularly glad to work with the people I've worked with in Hub, and hopefully this is a start of bringing about that change.
There are copies of the report there on the table, and please help yourselves to look through those. If I could ask John Wilson, a member of HEB, Hyrwyd Ysgolion Bach, promoting small schools, to take us through quickly